Welcome to eviL Pacers Recap Live. The Indiana Pacers are now 2-14. It's another one where you got some moments that were positive, just not quite enough of them. Kyle Taylor, my co-host. I am Derek Kramer. We're going to start the show once again. We're going to spin Tankathon until we see the Pacers with that number one pick. I'll refresh the page, see if we can get it to update the standings here. Kyle, how many times do you think it's going to take today?
4.
Last time it only took 1. I don't feel confident that that's going to happen again. We'll see what happens. All right, let me refresh here.
There it is, that extra spot. Moving on up. Moving on up.
All right, here we go. Oh,
that 5. Never show me that again. Never.
Oh
show
my
me the
God!
Screen refresh. Derek, I can't look at it any longer. Nope. Get it out. Get it out of here. I don't want to see this.
I'm broken.
You have to hit sim lottery. This is you have somehow gotten the single worst outcome you could have possibly.
This is unbelievable. Oklahoma City gets 1 and the Bucks get 3rd.
Get out of here. I need you to hit sim lottery, please.
My God. Good Lord, it's even at least the terrible teams are in the top.
Okay, all right. That's a normal bad.
Oh. Okay, third try. Here we come. Okay, we haven't even seen the Pacers in the top 4 so far.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a 52% chance of them being in the top 4, and we're 0 for 3 on that.
That's not crazy, though.
All right. Or highest one we've seen.
Number 5.
The Kings have been moving there a lot lately. All right. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
This is
hurts, Derek. You're gonna have to keep hitting sim lottery faster and faster.
This is number 6, right?
Oh, we're on to 6.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna say 9 is when it's gonna happen. Oh, there we go. All right.
Ooh.
Good Lord. Why does every time the Pacers win the lottery, the Thunder also have to move up to the 3rd spot?
I'm going to have to become a Clippers fan just for the integrity of the game.
I saw somebody suggest this, and I believe it is true. Teams need to tank games against the Clippers.
Yeah.
You do not want to win games when you're playing the Clippers.
Yeah, especially if you're in the play-in or worse. Like, you can't leave this to chance. All right, let's talk about the game now that this is finally.
Let's do it. Let me get this off our screen here.
Wow, that was hard to look at that first lottery with what was that? OKC 1, Milwaukee 3, Pacers 5. That is a draft result from hell.
That was a wake-up call to the lottery giveth and the lottery more often taketh away.
It does taketh away. You know what though? I would like to start with a positive, Derek.
I think that's a good call.
I want to start with Andrew Nembhard, who tied his career high in tonight.
He beat it. He got 32, right?
It was his regular season career high was 31, but he got 32 against Boston in one of those Eastern Conference final games a couple years ago. So it was just tied like career high. I don't know why career high. Side note, why does it not count playoffs? Playoffs count. Seems like that's career high.
It's a great question.
More, if anything. Weird.
It's a great question. I think a lot of things like that, playoffs get ignored when it doesn't make any sense to not include those statistics and things.
Yeah, he might have been getting a little bit too pump fake happy by the end of the game. I don't think he was fooling as many people as he was earlier on, but 32 points. Listen, I'm not even going to look at his assist number. He didn't turn it over tonight, which is a positive, or if he did, maybe he had 1. That's a big positive. Nobody was making shots, so I'm ignoring the assist number. It's out of my mind. 32 points, aggressive from the jump. I got a text in my group chat, Derek. I want to say like 3 minutes into the game, Nembhard looks elite. Ijax is ass.
Ooh. This was like we had seen some decent performances from Isaiah Jackson recently. This was by far his worst performance of the season. Do you agree with that? I mean, both ends of the floor, just disaster
It was
levels.
so bad. Yeah,
It
you're
didn't
watching
matter.
him just, I mean, like, what was it? The first or second offensive possession of the game, Mobley just absolutely takes him into the paint. I mean, it was forceful, it was emphatic. I mean, you're watching Jalen Duren look like a future All-Star. Obviously, Duren, Mobley, these are very, very good players. But it's one thing to just be non-competitive, and Ijax was not competitive at all.
It was bad, and really the offense didn't feel any better. Like
No,
really out of the centers,
no.
like Jay Huff was the only one who had a good night on one side of the floor.
Yeah. But
Like,
positive, Derek. We said positive.
well, you're the one that brought up Isaiah Jackson.
Oh,
If you're going to talk
but
positive,
Nemhard being elite. Nemhard being elite. Immediately in the game, it was obvious Nemhard he was attacking early, but my question is with him always like, does the intensity stay there? Because we've seen, in his return, some fits and starts with him, but it stayed there in this game. He had a bit of a dry spell, like I want to say mid, early, like in the late first, early second. But I was super impressed with him. I mean, and he's picking up Mitchell on the other side of the court a lot of the night. Obviously, Mitchell just makes some crazy shots because that's what he can do, and he's taller than Drew, and it's life. But I was just so impressed with his play both ways, and I mean, I want to make sure I've got this right, so I don't. Yeah, 0 turnovers. I mean, just like a really really thorough, complete performance from him.
yeah. And you didn't want to bring up the assist because nobody's hitting shots. But in a game where nobody's hitting shots, he still managed to get 8 assists and was still making plays to set other guys up. Yeah, you can't say enough about how good Andrew Nimhard was today. It's like it was Andrew, it was Pascal, it was Matherin for the first 3 quarters, and then he kind of fell off largely in that fourth quarter. But like outside of those 3 guys, like they just had nothing offensively. Nobody had anything going if it wasn't those 3. And yeah, it's hard to beat a team like the Cavaliers or anyone when you only got 3 guys that are clicking on offense in any way.
I was gonna save this for a stat of the day, but I just can't help myself. I mean, I'm like double checking as I'm talking right now, Derek, because the field goal percentage for the not 4 guys who scored in double figures, so that's TJ, Ben, Drew, and Pascal. The field goal percentage for every other guy is, something like 6 for 32. I mean, we're at like 20% or less from the guys who didn't score in double figures couldn't make a single shot. It was unspeakable.
Yeah, I'm counting now. I'm at 4 for 20, and now we're at 6 for 29. And then Garrison Matthews was 0 for 3. So yeah, 6 for 32, less than
18.75%.
less than 20%, 18.7. So yeah, like you literally can't be worse than that. Like Jay Huff was, I think, fantastic defensively. Like he's a limited player, but he does a lot of good things that they need desperately on that end. But like they really need him to hit those open threes, and he was 0 for his first 6. Finally got one to fall at the end of the game when it was basically already out of reach. And just everybody they put in there, other than those 3 guys that started the game and TJ, like it didn't matter. Nobody was making anything.
Yeah, we got a game where TJ is hitting multiple threes. Andrew Nemhard ties his career high, and the Pacers were like barely / not competitive to win the game. And okay, I'm like quickly transitioning to a dark place, but I suppose we are in the first circle of hell. So the fire will burn and the Pacers season might be going up in flames too. The rebounding in the second half of this game was, I don't even have words to describe what was happening on that part of the game. There was one point when I looked, this was like mid fourth, so the game is like still in the balance sort of, and the Cavaliers were rebounding 2/3 of their misses.
Yeah, it's
that stat line is just it even undersells somehow. It undersells how bad, like how good. I really think Nembhard was really, really good. How good he was.
He was special tonight.
This is like the dream outcome for like the tanking crowd, because
Yes.
like Nembhard career high while you lose in a semi-competitive game to the Cavs is like a pretty good outcome for the tanking crew. But oh my God, I mean, we reached a point when I was laughing out loud when Jeremiah Robinson-Earl caught the full court pass from Nembhard, and it was, he's a little off balance. It was ahead of him, but he like didn't go up with the shot under the basket alone, and then did when everyone had caught up and got blocked. I just laughed out loud.
Yeah,
Why? I don't even know how else to react.
It's like he just assumed like, oh, I have to run too far to get the ball. Like they're going to be caught up. And then he was like, oh, wait, I can. Oh, no, they blocked me because I waited too long. Like I really like JRE. Congrats to him for earning that full season contract. Like well deserved. Like he does a lot of good things, but the biggest thing he doesn't do is he cannot put the ball in the basket. Like just can't. Like I think he's shooting like 37% on the season, although that is better than a pair of Pacers draft picks in 2023 that somehow are shooting worse than that on the season. But that's another story. Both Jarris Walker, Ben Shepherd still struggling just to get anything to go in the basket right now. Do we want to go ahead and just start into the TJ Awards? I feel like we've covered a few of the things that we'll probably talk about, but we can dive in there.
Sure.
I think we should award as long as things are going. You mentioned the tank crowd. Like this is kind of the almost an ideal type of game for a tank. Like you see all the great players that the Pacers have having great games. Those three guys that we talked a lot about doing lots of good things. Preferably, you'd see some of the younger players also showing some positive things. But before we start the TJs, who is our tank commander in chief in this one?
This is a close call.
I think I have my.
Do you want to give it to Rick? I feel like you're itching to give it to Rick.
Here's the case for Rick. Rick is not. If I'm going to player, I think it's Isaiah Jackson easily. He was just so bad today. But if you want to make the case for Rick, like at one point, like the Pacers are still kind of making it. Maybe they're going to be interesting.
Derek, not at one point. With 5 minutes to go. With 5 minutes to go, this is the lineup.
Yes, 5 minutes to go, and this is when we're going to try the double big lineup that has not worked all season long. We're going to put Isaiah Jackson back out there. We're going to keep Jay Huff in there, and yeah, that's going to be
with Jeremiah Robinson-Earl
and Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Let's just exacerbate the shooting issues of a lineup just to the nth degree. And like Huff's supposed to be a shooter, but we're going to have two guys who definitely don't add any spacing whatsoever in Jackson, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. We both were texting each other during the game, and like you had a nominee that had started to go bad in the fourth quarter, and then we both had the same thought, like, well, Rick's making a play at it too with some of these lineup choices at the end that just don't make any sense. You brought up a stat on setting the pace that you tweeted about. That anytime there's a fringe guy in the lineup, and it felt like Rick was keeping at least one fringe guy in the lineup that entire fourth quarter. I'll let you share that stat, but like it was like every time there was always a Jeremiah Robinson-Earl in the lineup or a Garrison Matthews. Almost like, why is he playing at all? He's on a 10-day contract. Like, sure, you can use him in an emergency, but I don't think we needed to see him today.
Well, we got to the end, and I was like, why the hell not? Because you need to make threes anyway, and he's at least going to get him up. So the stat is this. imagine there are just two. I'm going to divide the season in half. There are two kinds of lineups. One with the regular rotation guys, and the regular rotation guys is expanded, right? Like if Johnny Furphy was playing, he's in the regular rotation. Then there's a group of fringe guys, and fringe guys means at least one of, and you know all their names, like Monte Morris, Cody Martin, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Mac McClung,
Do we
Taylor
know all their
Peter.
names?
We don't need. Yeah, well, it's hard to say them out loud because I'm worried I'm going to forget somebody, and I don't want to forget anyone on this incredible. We've had the most players of any team in the league so far this season, and that's important to me.
Hang the banner.
Okay.
Hang the banner.
The fringe guys when any of the fringe guys play, the Pacers net rating -20. -20 is like, that if a team played that way for a season, it would be the worst ever by far. The 10-win 76ers had a net rating of like -11, -12. This is twice as bad as the worst team in the last 15 years. On the other side, when you have only regular rotation guys on the floor. So this is like the lineup that started the Charlotte game and tonight. So Nembhard, Shepard, Mathurin, Siakam, Jackson, or Huff, whoever of those, that's a rotation guy lineup. Net rating of -1. -1, that's like a 38-39 win team, aka right around like the Vegas preseason line where most people had the team coming into the year. And they've played like a team that's, decent when it's been only rotation guys on the court. The hellfire is burning because not only have like most of the Pacers minutes been with the bad units, it's like after this game, it's probably going to be like 60% of all the minutes they've played have been with the bad units. My nominee for tank commander that we were texting about was Ben Mathurin, who, look, I don't want to be too negative. He really had some great minutes early on. There have been a couple times now where he's just, not only can he make shots, but he creates space by cutting through and
that's one of my favorite plays in the game.
Yeah, and opening up space for other people. We get to the fourth quarter, and oh my God, now that the game's finally close, it's just like, what if all I did was foul bait and turn the ball over? And it was just like, you were flipping a coin, foul bait or turn the ball over. And we kind of got one or the other, and his defense wasn't good. I mean, 1 for 4 with 2 turnovers and 2 points in the fourth quarter. 9.5 minutes ties for the team high in that quarter. Bad, just bad.
And he was really good in the first 3 quarters, but yeah, it was the not so great things about Ben Mathurin that kind of reared their head a little bit, where he gets a little tunnel vision-y and kind of teams focus in on when he's driving into the basket, and if he's not able to get those fouls at times, like Craig Porter got a jump ball on him, and then
that one was so bad. The jump ball,
it goes down as a block because he didn't win the jump ball. So
that jump ball too, he could have taken a catch and shoot 3.
Yeah,
rough. Let's go back to positivity.
He is crushing it at like all of his efficiency numbers are insane. I think in the first half he had 14 points on 7 shots. Like his shot making is absolutely incredible this year. Very, very impressed with Mathurin overall. It's just, the quarter didn't go well. All right, let's start the TJ Awards. All right, we'll start with the Tyrese John Halliburton Award. Kyle, I'll let you give your nominee first. I think we opened the show with it. I'm going to guess who I think you're going to say, but I'll let you start it off.
Oh, I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I don't need to sing Andrew Nembhard's praises, I feel like, any more than I already have. This is the balance you hope to see from him, where he is under control on, making an impact on both ends of the court. I mean, he picked Donovan Mitchell off on an inbounds pass. That was awesome. Getting like a post seal on an inbounds play, pull up threes, like hezzy twos. I mean, I feel like he had drives. It's the full package. We really got the full package from Drew. I just like that is what we wanted to see. That is why people were high on him coming into the year. He lived up to it tonight. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, like that was the reason that he had some buzz for a potential like
Oh
most
yeah.
improved player kind of year because he has this opportunity and yeah, this was his best game of the season. Um, we haven't talked really enough about Pascal Siakam tonight, so he's definitely my other nominee for this award. He put up 26 points on an efficient 9 of 15 shooting with 9 rebounds, 4 assists, had a steal. I don't I don't feel like his defense has been phenomenal this year, but like offensively, he's carrying such a load to where he has to do and work a lot harder for what he needs to do for this team on that end that it completely makes sense. Continues to be an awesome performer for the Pacers despite the 2-14 record. Continue to be impressed by Pascal.
A hilarious start to the game for him where they like throw him the ball probably with like 12 on the shot clock or something, and he's just like on the wing holding the ball for like I want to say 7 seconds and then just like
Yeah.
spin, step back, swish.
Like the announcers were like, are they going to do anything else here? Okay, Pascal, turn around, shoot. All right. 2-0
Went in.
Pacers. Yes, that was a great start to the game there for Pascal. Interesting moment. I will say I haven't brought this up. I wondered if maybe we were going to escape hell briefly, and Pascal was at the start of this, not in this game, but the previous game where they're playing the Hornets and they're about to get a shot clock violation, and Pascal gets the ball in the wing and just like turns around, throws a prayer up in the air,
Yeah.
and the basketball gods actually answered a Pacers prayer. And if that isn't a sign of like a positive, we're not sinking farther into hell, at least the basketball gods are answering prayers with a banked in 3-pointer and a win. I mean, it's good to see a win, even if you're rooting for a tank. The team needs to see some wins occasionally.
Yeah, then in this game Dean Wade got that same shot to go and I was like,
Yeah.
that's not happening tonight.
Yep. Yeah, that was kind of when you knew, okay, this one is not the Pacers night. Pacers have not had much fun in the NBA Cup since that first year of the IST. These bright colored courts have not brought on a lot of well played games by the Pacers in the last 2 years.
You want to make an award pick for number 2?
All right, am I making an award pick for number 2 here? All right, I'm gonna go with the TJ McConnell Award. I'm gonna give it for both positive and negative reasons. I'm going to give it to Ben Shepherd.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So Ben Shepherd
Yeah.
literally got a TJ McConnell steal, the most obvious reason to give him this award. He also rebounded his own missed shot twice, like little hustle plays where he's getting his own rebound. Like, I feel like he's really like TJ's kind of taking him under his wing. They're very close and like definitely kind of have that mentor type relationship. But I think Ben's kind of taken a little bit too much from TJ because he's turned into somehow a worse 3-point shooter than TJ McConnell is. You posted the picture of early in the game where he's wide open and he like just doesn't take the 3-pointer with like nobody even within, I don't even know,
15
20 feet.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Very, very far away from him. Yeah, and like the only guy where you might want him to not take that shot early in the shot clock is probably TJ McConnell. So I'll give it to Shep for the good, for the not so good. He did have, I think, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that tonight. So like he did a lot of good things. Like just the shots have to fall for Shep. That's been the thing all year.
I mean, number 2 on the team in assists, Ben Shepherd, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
again, on a night when nobody was making anything. I don't want to like be more negative about him. I will say this. His commitment to like continue to try and make something out of nothing, and his right now his shooting is a nothing, but he has the commitment to make something out of nothing that everyone wishes Jarris would have, because both those guys are struggling. Neither of them can buy a shot. They are really like at times somewhere between moderate to severe liabilities, and And Ben at least keeps himself in the game. He does not let one mistake become 2 or 3. One mistake is one mistake. And listen, the mistakes are like accumulating for Ben Shepherd, but he is not compounding the mistakes. And Jarris Walker compounds his mistakes. So I just want to say shout out to Ben Shepherd. Like the 2 rebounds off threes, he knows he's struggling. He can see it's not going in. He is at least giving them a chance to end the possession with points, even if it's not from him. And I want to commend him for that, because in a season where things are going badly, it's easy to let mistakes compound.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like the Jarris thing, like it is very mental. Like he struggles with getting over the mistake and letting it go and move on. Like I feel like you can see him trying to do that lately more often than it was when he was really, really struggling. Even worse than the last few games. He did play well with the Hornets with at least hitting some shots. It was great to see him like get some shots to go down and shoot with confidence as soon as he caught the ball and not hesitating. But like the same issues were back again tonight, where he's pump faking out of easier shots, driving into the basket with not much of a plan, it feels like. And yeah, so I still am holding out hope for Jarris. We've seen him compete on a good team and help the team win playoff games with small roles. But yes, and what if Ben Shepherd never makes an open 3 ever again? We at least know he's going to keep shooting them, although he did just avoid taking that one today. He's going to keep shooting them. He's going to keep trying his hardest no matter what. He's going to do all the other things. Just hopefully they start dropping for him.
I want to give in honor of the person who the award's named after a small shout out, a small moment I loved from this game. TJ, this is like in the fourth quarter. TJ's going for the TJ in baseline inbound steal, and it looks like maybe he's got it, but the officials signal that it's still Cleveland ball. And at first he like runs over to the toward the bench, making this moment, and then you can see him like as he like takes a step, he's like processing it, and he's like, no, I fouled him. And then they show the replay, and it's very clear that he did in fact foul him, and it was off of the Cleveland guy because he fouled him. Just like a small thing that I loved TJ both calling his own number on the challenge, but then wiping it away.
No.
It was hilarious. It was really funny.
I forgot they can change it to a foul call on me. I fouled him. I probably got his arm. Like, yeah, it was
and he
perfect.
Definitely did.
Yes, it was perfect. Was that your other nominee for the TJ award?
That's gonna be that's my nominee for the TJ award.
Okay, go ahead and make your next award selection.
I mean, do I even need to say it?
It's unfortunate how much we've had to use this award.
I mean, I'm nominating everyone who is not named TJ McConnell, Ben Mathurin, Andrew Nembhard, or Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
All of them.
Well, we already gave the stats. We got them in the chat, so I'll put those back up again. But yeah, I mean, when 4 guys score 89 points, but your team only scores 109 on the game, not great.
And the 4 guys, I mean, I don't know if anyone cares, but all 4 guys have over 60% true shooting in the game, aka elite shooting. Those 4 guys are putting up like big numbers on serious efficiency, and nobody else did a thing.
Nobody else came along to help tonight. Yeah, so it's just like you said, we mentioned it earlier, 18.7% shooting from everybody that was not those 4 guys, just unbelievably bad. I will give it to, and I will preface this by saying I think the Prime studio show is fantastic. I have loved everything I've seen from it. This was the first time I've watched a broadcast.
I watched it too, actually.
So this is the first time I've seen it. I love Dirk on there. Udonis Haslem has been great. I've enjoyed everything that I've seen from them so far. Same with a lot of the NBC stuff. I did not enjoy their decision to show the Tyrese Halliburton Game 7 injury in their like opening segment to start the game. Like you can mention it, but why does anybody need to see that?
Now, to Michael Grady's credit, he did say he gave us time. He said, Pacers fans, avert your eyes. And you know what?
Right.
I averted them.
Yeah, you know what? Like he knew this was a dumb choice. Credit to Grady. He knew we don't need to show this on the screen.
I
And I
don't
think
even
he
know what
lost
they
that
showed on the
battle.
screen, Derek. I don't know. I didn't look at all.
I
I
was very
trust Michael Grady. So
Michael Grady, awesome. I love hearing his voice call Pacers games. It's just very cool. He's one of my favorite national guys. I like Stan Van Gundy. I don't know if he's everybody's cup of tea, but like I enjoy him. I enjoyed they actually gave like interesting statistics during the game. They were a little like too much in love with the Jay Huff leads the NBA in blocks per minute thing.
Yeah.
They mentioned it a little too often, but like that is an interesting stat. At least they're at least bringing something interesting into the broadcast. I enjoyed the broadcast a lot, more than I normally would. I feel like for a national broadcast, like I don't always do that, but I did not appreciate There's just no reason to show the injury. You can mention it and just say it, but you don't need to show it.
I'm giving honorable mention the TJ Warren Award to the Amazon Prime Candace, Dirk, and UD for getting shots up in the break. I love to see they're in the studio but getting shots up. I mean, retired or not, you got I mean, there's a hoop there. Balls go in the hoop, gotta get shots up. I love to see that.
Yes, fantastic. And then this was actually my second choice to make a nominee, and I would have given this to Benedict Mathurin, TJ Warren Award, not just for tonight, but just for like all season when he's been available to play, just like constant bucket getter. The fourth quarter wasn't as good, which made me lean towards a different award tonight for that second one. This is a good point too. Like, yeah, the Cavs season didn't end the way they wanted to because of injuries. Yeah, that team is the one whose season didn't end the way they wanted.
I mean, it is true that their season ended and injuries happened while their season was ending. I think maybe not because.
Yeah.
All
right. Okay, we got a new final segment here. Play a short little intro and then we'll explain what's happening. But we're gonna play a little game, sort of game. We'll go. So here we go. What's that number? Just kidding. The show's not over. Okay, do we want to just keep this screen on here? I don't know. I didn't.
Sure, keep it on there.
Right, we'll just keep it up. So, except now it's just gonna not play anything. Okay, I'm gonna remove it because it removed all of the graphics there. Okay, so the way the what's that number is gonna work is we are going to give each other a number, and then the other person has to guess what that statistic represents. These are just stats that we have found interesting when we've been looking at the team's data over these first. We can't include this game, obviously, but the team's first, 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what we came up with. I know you shared a lot of lineup data on setting the pace. I tried not to listen to it in case you were going to share any of that. I don't know if you're going to reuse any of those things, but we'll see. I'll let you start us off with the first number.
Okay. Yeah. It'll be a general number, and the number is number 1.
Number 1, man.
This is a Pacers team rank.
Oh, Pacers team rank, number 1.
What are they first in? For a team that's last in so many other categories, what are they first in?
First in. I did look at some team. Can I ask if this is like an advanced style statistic or is it just a traditional style?
Neither. It's more advanced if you want to say that, I guess.
All right. Well,
what's
I'll
that
just
number
go with
20 questions?
this is not going to be correct, but I'm just going to go with turnover percentage because I know that's like solid, but I don't think it's one.
I think they're fifth in turnover percentage. This is speed on the court. The
Oh,
Pacers are literally moving on the court at the fastest speed in the NBA. Um,
that was
and
a good
the
guess.
fastest teams, and this is what really has me sort of like, the fastest teams are really a mix of like Toronto, New York, teams that are surprising in a good way, and Indiana, Washington, Charlotte, Brooklyn, teams that are like real bad. And the league as a whole, this is something I tweeted out, but I think in the context of both the Pacers injuries and the league's injuries, the Pacers are one of 26 teams who have started the season playing at their fastest speed in the last 5 years. And obviously, speed has increased just sort of over time. So almost certainly the fastest ever. But in the
Should have
Pacers
had your.
wins, they've actually played at a quite a bit slower pace than in, I mean, it's just 2 wins, but at a slower pace than in their losses, which I found interesting.
That is interesting, and it kind of goes to like what Aaron was saying at the beginning of the year before he kind of changed it. Like we're going to play more at Andrew's pace,
And maybe they should be, right?
and
Maybe they
maybe,
should be playing at Andrew's pace.
and if they want to like win games and like maximize the guys that they do have on the court, that might be a more ideal situation for this group. Um, yeah, I can see that for sure. All right,
Yeah, give me your number.
all right. My first number is 107.4. It is
Um,
a it is well, it's a team slash individual
oh,
stat.
slash individual, because that sounds like almost like some bad offensive rating for some player.
You're on the right track. It is a good defensive rating.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
this is the teams. I try to say teams. It's an individual. They give it to an individual, but it's really a team stat. You're right on the right track with the offensive rating thing. But it is the team's defensive rating when Jay Huff is on the floor, but no other big is on the floor.
Ah, okay.
So they actually have a better defense slightly when two bigs are on the floor, but the offense like craters even more than it normally does.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a lot more like garbage time in those minutes too, because there was one stretch where they played like Jay Huff, Isaiah Jackson, and Tony Bradley, I think, all at the same time in like that Memphis game or something. So
So
just a lot
weird.
of minutes that are completely garbage. But there's a lot of good Jay Huff numbers that are like a sign that at least the defense is working a lot better with him. So that was just my number to kind of introduce some of this Jay Huff items. His rim his defense at the rim has obviously been a plus. They've kind of figured out how to keep him more closer to the basket in the last couple games, where either he's playing in a very large drop or they're playing zone to kind of keep him towards the basket. And even if he's not getting those blocks where he's leading the league in blocks per minute, if you didn't hear it 5 different times in Prime Video, more than Wimby, as they kept saying over and over again. But his percentage at the rim isn't like elite numbers, but they are very solid. Like the teams are shooting 56.7% against Jay Huff when he's within 6 feet of the basket, contesting shots in that range, which is 6.6% better than the expected percentage for players to shoot. And that's like better than Walker Kessler and his minutes this year. It's better than the name everybody wants to hear, Miles Turner, in his minutes this year. So, like, good signs that at least like they're figuring out how to use J Huff on the defensive end, and like that 107.4 number, the number one defense in the league, of course, is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their overall defensive rating is 106. So like that's how good the Pacers defense has been with Jay Huff as the lone big. Just don't ask me about the offensive statistics with Jay Huff on the floor. They're not good.
I was having a hard time some possessions this game figuring out if they were in man or zone, because Jay Huff, obviously against Charlotte, it was clear like off made baskets were setting the zone and Jay Huff is doing the thing. But in this game, off makes sometimes Jay Huff is running to space, like sprinting to space, not even making an attempt to track a player. And then it was off one of these like sprint to space type plays that he got the like one of his like double block possessions.
J
And I
Huff double
went and
stuff.
yeah, I was rewatching the possession a couple times trying to figure out if he was in man or zone or what the team was doing. It clearly worked. And I think if listen, the 3-point shot, I'm gonna set like what I hope is a low bar, like 34%. If he,
Yep.
in other words, like just closing in on league average, if he can be an outlet for Nembhard to deal with double teams, then I think the starter before too long, I would be happy if he was the starter for the next game.
Yeah, and another case for Rick as the tank commander tonight. Like after Jay Huff like had his best game of the season, he was still the third center off the bench tonight. And yes, I like this. I like this point. If you put all three centers together, you might have a pretty good one. Yeah, Tony Bradley's rebounding, although you still need some kind of offense. Right now, the problem
I was going to
is like
say, we're missing a whole lot of offense in the 2-point area. We're missing a whole lot of offense from the three.
Whole lot of offense. I like your point. Like, you don't need Huff to be like a 37, 38. That would be great if he could shoot that number. But even if it's just like 1 out of 3, like you need at least that to just keep defenses somewhat honest, to make it worth continuing to throw it out there and letting him shoot those. Yeah, like I've really been encouraged by a lot of Jay Huff stuff. One other statistic defensively, cleaning the glass, has his like on-off defensive stats in the 96th percentile. The Pacers play better defense by 13.5 points per 100 possessions. So they allow 13.5 less points with Huff on the floor compared to when he's off.
All right, I'm going to give you a this or that type of stat. So you have a 50-50 shot to get it right.
All right, look forward to getting it wrong.
Andrew Nembhard's usage year over year has increased 34%. Which has increased by more? His turnovers per 100 or his points per 100? This is points. Tonight does not count. Tonight is not in the data.
I still think it's points.
Not only is it points, you are correct, Derek. Not
only turnovers gone down.
Not only is it points, it is points by a healthy margin. His usage is up 34%, turnovers are up 35%, and points are up 45%. And after tonight, I'm guessing turnovers or points, are probably going to be up almost like 48, 49%, because obviously he had, a great game. I bring up this statistic because his statistical profile, I have been, prior to tonight when he balled out and looked great, I was like, man, I don't know. Is he really like, is this really it was like fits and starts. And I was like, okay, what my eyes are telling me about his game is fits and starts. I don't know which way, like sort of the balance of the evidence should go here on, sometimes I see his defensive intensity, like it really waxes and wanes. There are times when I have felt you can just tell the burden of the offensive responsibility is weighing on him. And then late in games, he did this with like Con Knippel. He did this against Detroit too. He'll like actively turn up the defensive pressure, and you can see him flip a switch that he never really had to flip last year because he was always at that higher level. And I see that. And then like sometimes he's had really bad turnover games, and I'm like, which is it? But like potential assists, turnovers, points, on the whole, like the statistical profile, especially after tonight's game, is going to look really good. It's going to look like his usage went up, his points went up by even more, and his potential assists and turnovers have just sort of tracked in the way that you would expect them to, carrying on with increased usage. Yes, that comes with more turnovers, but it's coming with as many or even more potential assists. So I tonight's like an easy night to bring up, and Andrew Nembhard looks good data point, but he looked good even before tonight by the numbers, except for his on-offs, which just don't bring that up. Don't ask me about that. I know what the number is, and we don't need to talk about it.
You told me not to look at that, so I took your advice. Unlike I did not take Michael Grady's advice with averting my eyes. I just got mad about it and then kept looking at the screen. I did take your advice,
Can
and
I
I
bring us
didn't
on a
look at
tangent
those.
for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
In 2010, I attended the Butler Duke national championship game.
Oh, God.
And we had like friends who couldn't go and they gave us tickets. And we had seats behind the basket that Gordon Hayward shot at. And like sort of directly behind, not off to the side at all. And so when he shoots the ball, I have no idea how hard the ball's been shot. I just see it tracking, like sort of in like 2D, not 3D. And I see it hit the top of the window, and I see it hit the rim. And when a ball does that, all right, I can't tell how hard he shot it. When a ball does that, it goes in. Always. And when the ball dropped to the floor, I couldn't believe it. I just didn't even understand how it had happened. I didn't watch that shot probably for 10 years. I was like forced upon it accidentally in moments. And even then I would avert my eyes. This rises to the same level of incident where I will just, if I see it coming, if I can sense it's where we're going to go, I'm either going to mute the TV, change the channel, or look away.
That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, those Butler runs, both of them, are like some of my favorite sports, like just like memories of just watching a team and just how fun it was. Yeah, that's incredible. I did not know that you were. That's like what a game to be at, just
Yeah,
in general,
incredible.
and then to have that seat and that angle for that shot. That's amazing.
You like can't, I don't know what to tell you. Like that ball was in. It was absolutely in. And the only
If
question, I had enough time to think like, did he get the shot off? Like this is in. Like the only question is, did he get it off in time? Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was in on the TV. I can't imagine what it felt like seeing like you'd be like Quinn Buckner and be like, "That's good," before it just goes in.
Oh yeah, the good old Quinn
Yep. I
calling it
mean,
before it's good.
yep. Yeah, he always lets us know if the shot is off.
The
Brick.
Oladipo, another one when he hit the
Yep.
game winner. That
Another
one,
one. Another
ah, so
one.
good, so good. Shout out Quinn.
All right, my next statistic. I'm gonna give you. I can give you a couple numbers for this one, but I'm gonna give you the number 100, and it is an individual stat.
The number 100. Could this be a percentile, Derek?
It is a percentile. So who on the Pacers is 100th percentile in something?
Let's see. It could be Isaiah Jackson committing fouls. It
It's a
could
positive. It's a
be.
positive.
Oh, it's a positive thing. Okay. Because he's probably 100th percentile in committing fouls. Who is 100th percentile in something? Boy, it doesn't feel like anyone is 100th percentile in something. No one is in shooting. No one is in passing.
It's I'll give you one thing to kind of give you an area to guess in. It is one of the tracking data play-by-plays that's available on NBA's website.
I've got the speed and distance up. How about pull up shooting?
Who do you think has it?
Ben Mathurin.
So Ben Mathurin is correct, but he is in the 100th percentile as the pick and roll ball handler.
Ooh, okay.
The number that he is at, and this was just through 4 games, so obviously small sample size, yada yada yada, but the numbers are just insane. 1.46 points per possession as the pick and roll ball handler. And that's not a like that tracking thing. This is not one where typically guys are more than like 1.2.
I was gonna say, yeah, for listeners, I'm laughing because like a very good pick and roll ball handler is gonna be like 1.15.
Yeah.
That
You
would
want to
be
know
like,
who the number 1 most efficient NBA pick and roll ball handler was last year, according to the tracking data, with at least just 2 possessions at it per game?
well, the last couple of years, the best duo was Siakam and Halliburton and Turner and Halliburton were both
Yep.
near the top of the list both years.
And you are correct. Tyrese Halliburton was number one in the NBA with anybody with at least 2 possessions at it per game at 1.1
Yeah.
points per possession. So,
Yeah.
like, that's the normal, like, you're the best at this in the
We're early
league
in the season
in
though,
terms of
so
efficiency. Yeah, there are other guys that are, like, have pretty big numbers right now, but none of them are even close to Ben Mathurin, and obviously he's only played 4 games. But, yeah, like, that was the number one guy, and Ben has, like, 6.5 possessions at this per game, which is
yeah.
about the same as Tyrese. Like, he doesn't have a ton of those per game either. So, like, it's just been very impressive at, like, how good offensively Benedict Mathurin has started the season.
All right. My next statistic for you. This one I fear could be pretty hard to guess, but we're going to go with it. It is 56%. Or maybe I can give you a better one. I'll give you this is the same statistic but in ranking instead of percentage. A decline of 12 spots. They are 12 spots worse at something.
So 12 spots worse from last year to this year.
And the number associated with it is 56%, though whether this is a team statistic and it is related to one of their great struggles on the season.
So is it a shooting struggle?
It is a specific type of shooting struggle.
Okay, I'll go with like 56%. So, like, I don't know. Is it like an area on the court?
No.
Is it just effective field goal percentage?
I wish. The Pacers' effective field goal percentage, Derek, is
way
like
lower.
47.
Yeah, it's way too low.
It's a disaster. Okay, the Pacers are 12 spots worse in Kyle's proprietary shot quality stat. I've kept track of this for a long time. I'm not making it up on the spot. There is a real stat called shot quality that basically shows that every team in the league has the same shot quality all the time in every game and every year. And I don't like it because that's wrong. Obviously, everyone should know that watching the game that like some teams are getting better shots than others. And so I made up a stat, which is the share of your shots that are either within 5 feet or wide open jump shots. I think these are pretty good shots. And the Pacers ranked 4th in generating great shots by this metric last year. And this year, I said the number is minus 12. So now they rank 16th. So just below average, down, multiple percentage points. Obviously, the big issue is that they're missing shots and they're like a historically bad shooting team at the rim. But even just like at a base level, their shot quality is, by this measure, declined substantially. This is like tied for the second biggest decline in the league.
Yeah, and it makes perfect sense, especially with the like head of the snake that they're missing, who's like the king of like creating easy shots for teammates. Like there were so many times, even just tonight, where like you'd see Jay Huff like rim running towards the basket, but they don't have a guy on the team right now that can make one of those like fairly risky passes to a big that's like rim running in somewhat of traffic, or even just where it's like an above average difficulty of a pass. They're just not as likely to even attempt it without Ty there.
Mm-hmm.
It's another reason why like I don't know if the Pacers have an answer at center yet, but I am optimistic that it'll look a lot better when Ty is healthy if it was these 3 guys. So, yeah, that's not surprising to me. I love the shot quality statistic. We need to get that out there. You should share that more. If you don't follow Kyle on Twitter, like very, very worth the follow. I'll try to get him to post more on Blue Sky as well, because I know I got a couple people from Blue Sky on the feed here and in the chat.
Well, the benefit of Kyle's proprietary great shot stat, which is just like I'm taking data from NBA stats, is that there's like actual variation between the teams. Like some teams take like 2/3 of their shots that are these great shots, whereas other teams are close to half. And it like kind of makes sense. Teams that really struggle or that have really prolific tough mid-range scores take fewer, nominally great shots. Obviously, like an ideal shot quality statistic would take into account the specific player shooting, not just that a play. This is how regular shot quality works. Not just a player in that spot, but like Kevin Durant taking the same jumper that Tony Bradley is taking is obviously completely different, but most like advanced stats don't treat it that way.
An open three from Steph Curry, much more valuable than an open three from Jeremiah Robinson Earl or a million other Pacers shooters right now.
Yeah. This, by the way, this, I want to bring this comment up. This is just chef's kiss. Dom Life is on the, I mean, this is just, you've summarized the season in a line. We're a recipe without the main ingredient.
Very, very well done, chat. Very well done. Yes. How many more stats do you have? I have.
Give me another one, and we'll close with it.
Okay, I got two more. One's silly. We can end with that one.
Yeah. Good.
All right. Okay, my last serious-ish number is 68.6%.
68.6%, and this is silly.
Team. Okay. No, this one is not silly.
Oh, not silly. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay.
This is my last real one. It's a team stat.
68.6%. Wow. It can't be shooting because every stat for shooting is worse than that, and I've looked at all of them.
It's not. I don't. It's kind of it's just a meh.
A meh stat.
Yeah.
Is this like are we box score or are we not box score?
Not in the box score.
Kind
of in the box score, but not really.
Rebound percentage.
Yeah, nailed it. This is the Pacers' defensive rebound percentage. They are 16th in the league, so meh at defensive rebound percentage. Anytime, this is just mostly a way to bring up, like, anytime you're looking at rebound stats, never use, like, just total rebounds. The Pacers are, like, they have a pretty good offensive rebound percentage, especially compared to last year. But like the number of total ones that they're getting is ridiculously high because they miss so many shots. So like, of course they're going to be high if they're crashing the glass. If they're missing a ton of them, they're going to have a lot more opportunities. Look at rebound percentage if you want to see how the team is actually rebounding. So interesting, like 68.6% is 16th in the league this year. Last year, they had a higher percentage in their defensive rebounds, 70.5% of defensive rebounds. Their overall rebound percentage is up this year because of the offensive rebounds, because last year they were just running back, getting back in transition. They were not concerned about offensive rebounds whatsoever, but their defensive rebound percentage has actually gotten slightly worse, though they've moved up in the league rankings from 18th to 16th. I think mostly because the Houston Rockets are just rebounding everybody, and it's causing everybody's defensive rebounds to drop, is my theory with that, because their offensive rebound percentage is like 41% of their misses they're getting. So there's just lots of teams that are lower than they have been in the past in defensive rebound percentage. But just like the rebounding is still an issue, is all I'm saying. Like they're still not an amazing rebounding team in comparison to last year. It's still about the same in terms of how often they're getting the defensive boards.
I'm glad you're bringing up this pet peeve. One of my pet peeves last year during the playoff run was Rick Carlisle saying, whoever wins the rebounding battle wins the game. And I'm like, no shit, Rick, because they're missing shots.
Yes,
like
thank you.
I listened to him say that, and I'm like, either you're just like playing mind games. This is what I assume, because Rick mostly just does that, or you are stupid. And I don't think Rick is stupid. I think that he was saying something, trying to get people to look the other way.
He wants the Pacers to rebound, so that's like the simplest way to look. We're not getting enough rebounds.
Their opponents to miss.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. I've always thought like just looking at the total number of rebounds is like the worst possible way to look at it, because of course, like one team's going to have a huge advantage if one team is missing way more shots than the other one. So like you want to rebound more than your opponent, make them miss more, and then don't miss your shots.
Right. Yeah, what's impressive is when you get your own rebounds all the time, which is what the Rockets do.
Yeah.
It's what Charlotte was doing for a period of the game against the Pacers. It's what Detroit and Cleveland, a number of teams have had these stretches where they're really doing it. Even the Pacers have had some. That's what's impressive. Getting a lot of rebounds by itself, almost it doesn't really tell you what happened in the game.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. What's your and can you finish just spoil it? What's your silly stat?
Oh, I thought you still had one more.
No, I don't. I don't have it.
Okay, so my last number is 1.5. You want to take any guesses?
1.5.
It is a league leader that the Pacers have. 1.5.
This is probably Boomer because you're like making fun of me somehow.
I did not bring up any Boomer. This is on NBA's website. I think it's the dumbest thing. It makes no sense.
Oh, is it a dunk score?
No, 1 point. If they had a 1.5 for somebody with a dunk score, what would that even be?
They have dunk scores though.
I know, but do they score that low?
I'm pulling them up. 2025, 26 dunk scores. The worst scoring dunk is is a Nikola Jokic dunk. Obviously, no one should be surprised. The least surprising worst dunker in the league with a 12.4.
All right, I need to watch that highlight to see what is considered the worst.
Last year, Jokic had 3 of the bottom 7.
If you click on the video, can you like share it and will it show it?
I kind of want to watch. I mean, last year Jonas Valanciunas had a 10.7.
All right, so I'll give my number, and then I think we should just end the show by showing the worst dunks of the year.
Of last year or this
whatever you want to do, because you'll be sharing your screen. So the 1.5, the Pacers have the NBA's leader in offensive loose balls recovered per game. You want to guess who the player is?
Ben Shepherd.
Johnny Furphy.
Oh my God. Stop.
He has recovered 100% of offensive loose balls.
Get out of here.
It makes no sense. It's the weirdest stat. I don't know. That's some kind of tracking thing that the NBA decided to do. Obi Toppin is actually the overall leader as well, 1.7. He's got 0.7 offensive and 1 defensive per game. So there's your dumb, useless stat to end. Let's see some awful dunks, Kyle. Let's go.
Oh boy. This is gonna get dicey. All right, Jonas Valanciunas. I hope we can see it.
I got to get the fire off.
And Zion answers back to stem the tide. Kings were on a 10-0 run. Valanciunas from the lead.
Yeah, that makes sense as a 10.
Yeah, that was a 10.7. Here's a 10.8 from Nikola Jokic.
The anti-dunk contest.
50 feet.
Same play.
For Denver, looking for 2 more. There they are.
I think that one was worse.
I think it was worse too. You know, the criteria for the dunk is jump, power, style, whether there's a defender making an attempt, your vertical, hang time, distance, all of these things, right? And Jokic obviously is going to, Gobert coming in with some low jump scores. Yeah, Gobert also no power, but he sometimes gets defended, apparently.
Whoa, we got to see Dalton connects.
A Dalton connect. What is this? This is a no power dunk. Power. He jumped pretty high, but this is a no power dunk. Eventually.
He hustled. It'll be Anthony Davis.
Might as well go double him. Go double him.
Russell. Breakdown. Connect.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it didn't seem that bad. Okay, look up the Pacers, and then we'll show the worst Pacers dunk, and then we'll end the show.
The worst Pacers dunk of last year. I think it's going to be Miles Turner. I've seen this art. Yeah. Miles. Yeah, we're really, scrounging down here, right? Like it's all Miles. It's all Miles.
It's funny because he's also got like some awesome ones too.
Well, it's just because he dunks the most.
Yeah, big men just have the easiest.
Pick and roll. They're trying to get Miles just right where they got it. Sorry to interrupt you, but I could see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And even heard Rick say, get out.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
What's the best dunk?
Also Miles and 89.
All right.
Obi had the, obviously style points is just Obi all the way. But on score, they're giving it to Miles for a dunk against Brooklyn. I don't know
if I remember this one.
If I remember this one either.
March 20th.
Walker completes this three-point play. He does now have
I think I
officially
remember this.
On a TJ
We got
steal.
him, McConnell. Miles got one after
There's
a
no way
heck
that
of an
was the
offensive
best
play.
dunk of the season, though.
That does seem, they're probably giving too much credit for they think there was a lot of defense there, but I don't think there was that much defense there.
It's funny, this Obi
Also
dunk only
against
had a
Brooklyn.
9 on defender.
Yeah. Apparently, we were just dunking on Brooklyn all season.
Every single night is grow, learn from that, and value the minutes that you have on the floor.
Out of time, Shepherd lobs it up. Oh, nasty finish.
That was nice.
Every
That one's
single
even got,
night
a
is grow,
crowd
learn
reaction
from that,
to it.
and
Cranks
value
it
the
back.
minutes that you have on the floor.
Out of timeout, Shepherd lobs it up. Oh, nasty finish.
All right. On that note, we'll end the show with a nice highlight dunk from Obi Toppin from last season. We miss you, Obi Toppin. We miss you, Aaron Neesmith. We miss you, Tyrese Halliburton, of course. I feel like there's other people, but I'm not thinking of them right
Johnny
now.
Furphy.
I do miss Johnny Furphy. Legitimately, he would be on the dunk score list for this year if he was healthy.
If only they counted preseason. Maybe they do count preseason dunks,
I don't know if they calculated for those, but if they counted Summer League, we know where the number one would be for sure, Johnny Furphy with that dunk in the summer.
True. Yeah, no summer. They do count preseason, but no summer league.
All right, so we will end the show there. We will be off for the next week for Thanksgiving, but then we'll come back, I think, on the Wednesday, like December 3rd, somewhere around there. You'll hear from us again. Thanks for tuning in, watching, and we'll see you next time. Adios.